If you want to learn how to make your corner fold cards look really professional, stay tuned and I'll show you how I do it. Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper with another technique video for card makers. This video was originally recorded as the corner fold card addendum and showed how to score the folds using the Simply Scored and diagonal plate. I've added new footage to show you how to use the scoring blade on the Stampin' Trimmer or other paper cutter. This cardstock I've been using in the videos is pretty lightweight, so the folds tend to come out fine. But when I use Stampin' Up's heavier cardstock, the folds look a little messy. Let me show you. So here's a square of cardstock, and to get a diagonal fold, I really have to struggle to get the edges of the cardstock together. And you can see how messy the fold ends up. That's because I'm folding against the grain of the cardstock. If you want to learn more about what I mean by that, use the link provided to see the video on paper grain. First, I'll show you how to score the folds with a diagonal plate. Whenever you make a fold against the grain, you'll get a cleaner fold if you score it first. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Stampin' Up! Simply Scored and diagonal plate make it really easy. First, no matter how careful you are when cutting, these cuts can be just slightly off. When you make the folds based on where the cuts end, if they're off just a little, the corner fold will end up skewed and it won't be square with the edges of the card. To prevent this, I go back and make marks 5/8 of an inch from the edge of the cardstock. This is where the cut should have ended, and this one I see is a little short of that. So I just put a pencil mark where that cut should have ended. Then I do the same thing over here, and I see that this one is right on the 5/8 inch mark where it should be, but I still put a pencil mark to use as a guide. I've got the diagonal plate, and I make sure that this arrow is pointing to the top when I put it on top of the Simply Scored. Then I put the card face down on top of the diagonal. Then I'll take my stylus and I'll put the end right on that 5/8 inch mark that I made and follow the diagonal down to the edge of the card. Then I'll repeat on the other side. Now I've got really nice score lines so that when I fold the card, not only do these cuts line up parallel to the edges of the card, but the fold is really clean. Now let's look at how to score the diagonal folds using a paper cutter. I've already made the cuts for the corner fold as seen in the part 1 and part 2 videos. And then I've made the 5/8 inch marks at the end of each cut, as shown earlier in this video. Now I'll lay a ruler between the two 5/8 inch marks and draw a line from the mark to the edge of the card. And that's what it looks like. Next, I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to this diagonal. Now, it's not geometry class, don't worry about it. I'm going to make it real simple for you. I'm going to use a scrap of cardstock for this step, and the only requirement is that you have a clean 90-degree angle here, that your cut wasn't off on one edge or the other. So I'll put one edge of this scrap against the diagonal line and line up the corner with that 5/8 inch mark. Now I'm going to draw a line along this edge for about an inch or so. And you can see I've got a nice square corner there. Then I'll repeat with the other side. And both of these perpendicular lines point towards the center of the card. They're going to help me see where to position the scoring blade on my Stampin' Trimmer. One reason I like the Stampin' Trimmer for this is that its scoring blade and cutting blade have this pointer on it, so it makes it easy to see where to position it. You can use a scoring blade on any cutter that has a nice pointer on the scoring blade. First, I place the card in the trimmer with these diagonal lines lined up with the scoring or cutting groove. Then I position the scoring blade so the point is right at that perpendicular line and I score. Then I'll repeat with this upper score line. Now that I've got those score lines, making the diagonal folds is really quite simple, and they come out with the clean, crisp folds that will enhance your corner fold cards. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. For more inspiration and instructions, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at www.stampingmadly.com. Visit me on Facebook and on Pinterest, and don't miss another great video. Subscribe to the Mad Stamper YouTube channel now.